Listo. Bienvenidos
What is
al Ghostrunners podcast.
what's bienvenidos?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Oh,
What?
I don't know. Well,
Oh.
like bien is like what? Good.
Good tidings. Bienvenidos. I don't know. Veneer.
Veneer is
means
to
to
come.
come.
Yeah, so it's like
Look at you guys. Did you
Good
guys
coming.
both,
good coming.
Did we?
did you guys both spend 2 years in Portugal? Is that how you know that?
Do you know what they speak in Portugal?
They speak Portuguese.
Yes.
So that's how you know Portuguese.
In Portuguese, it's bem-vindo.
Oh, now we're speaking Portuguese.
Now we're speaking
Oh, yes.
Portuguese. Bienvenido es español, mas bem-vindo es portugués.
If he's talking in a lisp, you know he's speaking Portuguese. That's the only way I know a difference.
or no, lisp is like my Barcelona, like Barcelona.
No, Portuguese talks in a lisp too, right?
They talk with shushes.
What do you mean? That's the same thing.
No,
No,
li-
shush would be like an SH.
Yeah,
No.
Give me an example.
I'm trying to think of
Barth is like a TH.
like
I
in
understand.
in Portuguese, like say, are we ready? It'd be estamos prontos.
That doesn't sound a little bit like a lisp.
It's
Estamos
different. There's a prontosh.
The different lisp, but still lisp.
Estamos prontos.
Lisp either way.
Yeah.
Mutual lisp.
Estamos prontos.
Estamos prontos. There's no lisp at all. Estamos prontos.
Is the podcast going? Are we is this the podcast?
So yeah, mark that off the notes. is
Okay,
the,
so
lisp
we
part of
speak in Portuguese, and then next it says roll intro music.
Perfect.
Great.
Prontos.
Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Bienvenidos.
Very good.
Yeah, was that Spanish?
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
All this, differentiating between Spanish and Portuguese reminds me of one of the only things I've done this week besides video editing, and that is play GeoGuessr.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, okay. I don't know enough about like. Can you take it back a notch, a step, a chapter?
Take it
I'll go
back-
back a slide.
a
Take
page.
it back at stretch.
Yeah.
Take it back a stretch.
Do you mind? So, first of all, explain the GeoGuessr thing to people that don't know, and then also tell me exactly how you play GeoGuessr.
Would love to.
Great.
So I came to Brad a week ago and was like, hey, I discovered this thing. I think we could make some good content out of it. And then I ended up just playing it unironically for so long, and now I'm so into it, and now nothing's funny about it, Brad. I don't want to make a mockery of this amazing game. All right. So it's only serious. No, it's this thing that I discovered a guy probably back in like January, Geo Rainbow. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. He's this wizard in this game where basically they take the images stored in Google Street View, and then this website has all these different maps, if you want to call it that. Like, Halo 2, we have Lockout, we have Stataputation, Foundation, Coagulation.
Okay.
But this map would be like, do you want to play World? Do you want to play USA? There's even a map called Kansas City.
No way.
Yeah. People
Oh,
can
wow.
like make their own maps. and
Okay.
so you can just play whatever, game mode you want. And you're using just the Google streetcar images.
Right.
And usually there's different game modes, but for the most part, it's just guess where you are, guess what country you're in, guess, who can get the closest. And dude, I am addicted.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Something about just like trying to discover and you're exploring, because you can move up and down the street, you can zoom, you can pan. And
and like, there's this one guy specifically that's super famous for like
Geo Rainbow.
being insanely good. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
he sees, like you say he's getting really crazy specific, but like the first ones I saw were like he, saw a car and a street sign in the background in a street, and he like figured out exactly where that exact place was. But then you say now he's trying to like recognize it based off of cement or like
Yeah, he's had a couple viral videos
dirt.
recently. He
And
just
it's in,
keeps
like,
upping the game.
0.5 seconds.
It would go from like, okay, the video would be like, knowing where I am on Google Maps, but only looking at the image for a second. And then it's like, whoa, that's pretty impressive. And that was 6 months ago. And now it's like, it moved up to like, guessing where I am on Google Maps in 0.1 second, but the image is black and white. Guessing where I am on Google Maps in 0.05 seconds, but the image is pixelated.
yeah.
And then most recently, it's like guessing where I am on Google Maps, but only looking at the dirt or only looking at concrete. So
Does he
someone
just-
has like made a map within this game called like, a concrete world.
He's just absolutely obsessed with like finding out all the facts for all these things. And like,
It's amazing.
so when you play, how much are you actually trying to deduce, and how much are you just like, yeah, tell me your process with it all.
So I'm on a very elementary level of this, but it's
Yeah, of
amazing.
course.
I mean, in like 6 days in, and it's like I have, telephone poles memorized. Like I could tell you the difference. Like I could tell you exactly why I'm in Thailand because they have these specific poles. And
Okay.
like these specific like warning signs on the street, I can tell you we must be in Sweden, Finland, or Poland.
So you learned
The
that
Swiss.
like, oh yeah, Swiss are no longer neutral. So did you learn that from like you looked or like you got it wrong and then you say, yo, actually you're in Thailand. So you're like, okay, now I can store that in my brain.
Yeah, you just constantly taking
Okay.
in information and
Right.
you're learning. And so it's just a never ending game of like there's always going to be more to learn.
Okay.
And it's so fun. And what's great is Rachel is equally into it.
Of course.
You talk about just next level fun. When you
Right.
both find, I mean, back to back, we went straight from Elvis to GeoGuessr. We're both into these amazing things. It's a great time to be dating one of us.
I like
We're in the prime of our relationship right now.
I like imagining you guys both dressed up as Elvis,
Playing
sitting
GeoGuessr.
there on your computer, like, what do you think, Mama?
Hey, Mama. Check out that one. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hunka Bangladesh over there.
Like a hunk of bang.
Like,
What are they clapping for?
like,
Sri Lanka.
okay, so like this like it's just like a website, geoguessr.com or something.
Yeah.
And like, do they ever have like, are you ever like able to get clues, or is it just like you guess and you're like, no, you're right or you're wrong kind of thing?
So my favorite like game mode to play is it's almost like a battle royale style where you start off with, there's like 10 of you in like a lobby,
Okay.
and then you have like 20, 30 seconds, like figure out where you are. And the person who was the furthest away gets knocked out. So you just get less and
Okay.
less people, and then you try to be the winner. And
Interesting.
I think what's fun is I'm like, yeah, a week into this, and I'm already like winning these. So I'm like, I'm fueled. I'm like, let's keep going, baby. Who are these idiots I'm
Yeah, you
playing
got-
against?
You scratched the itch and now.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I could tell you, yeah, the differences I'm very familiar with which countries drive on the left side of the road now, because that's really big.
Okay.
Which countries have palm trees?
Okay.
That's helpful. Which countries aren't even in Google Maps? Don't even guess Saudi Arabia, Brad. They don't even
Okay.
have it.
Interesting.
Most of Africa doesn't have it.
Okay.
Oh, but there's bars. This is kind of a interesting one. If you look down, this almost feels like cheating. You can look down at the Google streetcar itself, and the car can give you clues.
Mm.
So there's like metal bars that come out of the car, like a rack almost,
Yeah.
in only certain countries. And if it has black tape on it, it's always Ghana.
What?
You're welcome, everyone.
That's gonna help you.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be too cynical, but
Interesting.
Niger, one of us, is going to get it soon.
Nah.
Cynical Niger.
Yeah, African countries.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one war movie with a helicopter black taped down? Was that in
You gotta
Ghana?
look, yeah.
My
look
dad
for
showed
black-
me that at a very young age, and it scarred me from then on out.
I was really into tape, and then I got shown black tape down. And tape isn't so fun anymore.
I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, it's not the same. Whatever. Okay.
Anyway,
that's-
so it was fun. All weekend, Rachel's out of town, and I had so much editing to do. And so all I did, I sat on my butt, and I either edited my stand-up special or I played GeoGuessr, which I was like, this is a fascinating series of tasks to be switching between.
give me
Editing my own stand-up comedy special
Right.
or guessing where I am on Google.
Give me your biggest like brag on GeoGuessr. Like what's like your best win?
Oh, I
Like
think
give me like the one where you're just like, I dominated that one.
I mean, I'm winning like probably like a third of the ones I compete in, but I think I guessed one. I was like, 400 yards away from like the final one.
Do you
That
remember
felt
what it
pretty good.
was?
No,
Okay.
I've played a lot.
Really?
I mean, it's just like, it was kind of like a study break kind of thing. Like in
Sure.
college, like all right, I'm going to edit for
Yeah.
2 hours. I'm going to play for 30 minutes. I'm going to edit for
Sporkle.
2 hours.
I was a Sporkle guy.
Yeah, something like that. So
Yeah. Love it.
been all about it. If anyone wants to play me in GeoGuessr, I'm pretty into it right now.
And you can like socially like play and like challenge your friends.
Oh yeah, me and Rachel took on Luke and Bailey,
Oh.
and let's just
Slaughter.
say,
Slaughter. Cornell Hofstra.
Let's just say there's a
Slaughter.
reason she's teaching elementary school.
So yeah, it's
Just
been
kidding,
fun.
Bailey. We love you.
Rachel was back in Iowa, but we still played. And I guess Rachel's dad was like, I want to do this or whatever. And it was great because I expected him maybe to be pretty slow. Like, hey, you guys are going too fast. Like, let me guess. Quite the opposite. He would see an image. I mean, we are clearly somewhere in Southeast Asia or something. You're like, ding, 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 got it. And it sees that Steve Coop has guessed Maryland. It's like they were driving on the left side of the road. There are palm trees. I mean, none of this looks familiar.
No, I like it. I like
Oh, that's
the,
not Maryland.
the simple Iowa farmer in him is like, there's nothing outside the U.S., baby. If it's not U.S., who cares? What is Thailand? I've never heard of Thailand.
Thailand.
So yeah, that was pretty fun. And
Okay.
yeah, it's just a fun game because I mean, a lot of it is just guessing, and you're like,
Yeah.
I can't believe that was actually Czechoslovakia.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
interesting.
So
Let's try it out sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
it really is fun. I will welcome a game anytime.
Man,
I bought a
Fucking-
computer mouse just to that shows how into it I've got.
Gotta have a quick trigger finger.
What makes a computer mouse so much
You're doing a
better?
lot of like this motion, like
Zooming in.
yeah, pinching and pulling,
Uh-huh.
and on a trackpad. That's just tough on the phalanges after a while. But the mouse
Especially when you're editing in between it.
scrolling on the mouse is so nice. That's a great way to zoom.
I'm low key. I hate that I said low key. I'm kind of shocked that you don't already own a mouse.
I will say,
you
is
use your
insane.
computer all the time,
well,
and you edit. It's not like you're just like typing things.
Yeah, when he was editing the videos on the golf course, I'm like, he's just doing that on his trackpad.
yeah,
Like that's
You have like a separate trackpad, maybe like a.
I have like a
Bluetooth one?
full size trackpad, yeah, at home
Yeah.
or like for my home computer. But the way Adobe Premiere works, it's not that easy to use a scroll wheel to zoom in and out because there's a lot of pinching and pulling within video editing.
Okay.
But it has been nice. And now I'm a 2 mice guy now, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
still only using the right hand, but I'd love to get to a point where I'm like zooming in with my left hand and clicking with my right. The things I could
Oh.
accomplish
of mice
Fun.
and Jake.
of mice and shake.
There you go.
Sheesh.
So that's how
Dual
my
wick.
screen time's up about 14 hours this weekend. What's up with you?
Dual wielding mice.
Man, not that much. Just a lot of family time for me, man. My sister was in town this past week from Southwest Kansas, which is always fun. And so, yeah, we just got a lot of time with her and her kids. I don't know. It's just fun. Like, as your kids get older, it's just so much more special. Like when they hang out with cousins. Like, you
Oh,
remember,
totally.
you remember what it's like. Well, you remember
Well,
what
when
it's
my
like
kids.
hanging out with Steve growing up, and like
Yeah.
for a while, you probably just bickered with Steve for, when you were 2 years old. But then, by the time you get older, it's so much fun to have everyone, hanging out together. And so we went to Chuck E. Cheese Saturday morning.
Mm.
And later that night, we actually went out to Andy's with Allison and Kevin for Kevin's birthday and some
Cool.
other people. And Allison was like, "You went to Chuck E. Cheese?" Like Allison's such a funny person because like sometimes she's like certain things she's like way just above. Like Chuck E. Cheese is one of those, like she's the one that hated on us so much for having milk. Remember that? It's like, "You're just
Interesting.
gonna have a glass of milk for lunch." Like when we were at the Chiefs game, like she's like, "You're just gonna drink milk?" And we're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we're gonna drink milk."
Milk's good.
Like with your sandwich? Yeah.
Hey,
But then again, she like
thanks for
loves
supporting the business, guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
she loves
Appreciate
Diet Coke and fries from McDonald's. It's like, okay, you can't choose like
Interesting.
to be like low class in some things, but then be like, "You went to Chuck E. Cheese?"
So she was saying like Chuck E. Cheese, like you should be taking kids to more high end.
I don't know, because that's the thing. Like the Chuck E. Cheese in Olathe is like a nice place
That's why I bought a house down here.
because of the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. So
Jumping
like-
catfish and Chuck E. Cheese.
What else do you need?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice place. They finally figured it out. You just buy time now. You don't even have to worry about tokens or anything. Like, so you just pay for an hour and you can do anything you want in there for an hour.
that's how it should be.
I think
Doesn't
so,
matter
too.
which game, you just
No.
play.
And I think it's kind of
That's
genius for them
great.
too, because a girl like Hattie, when you're 5, like all she wants to do is like the cheesy like car one that like rocks you back and forth and takes your picture.
Mhm.
And like those, that though you could like use your tokens forever with those things. But if you only have an hour, like you're not playing the scary like shoot 'em up game every time, like Shaun of the Dead or whatever those things were. Remember those games like the I don't know if it was Shaun of the Dead. I don't know what they were called. Remember those like super creepy, like
Yeah.
like they had like the rumble packs on the rifles and it was like do, 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 do.
Yeah.
And they like anyway,
I feel like there were a lot of games shooting dinosaurs back then. Do you remember that? Or like some
No.
sort of creature. I
No.
feel like you were
I
always
feel like they
shooting.
were always zombies or mummies and stuff like that. I don't remember
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
I guess they might be in. Maybe that's what I'm putting in the creature category.
Yeah. And they're all coming right up to your screen trying to
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a claw or something. Or there's blood.
And then when they get you, there's the big claw mark right
Yeah.
across
Yep,
the
yep.
screen.
So
I was
anyway,
at Dave & Buster's last week, and so I'm fresh off an
Yeah,
arcade experience.
I went to main event last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw like a 3-year-old like shooting a machine gun. I'm like, should we tell someone?
is this okay?
Is this fine? Like, I don't know. She seems really into it.
Yeah, there were a few of those games at Chuck E. Cheese, and I was like, and somebody was playing it, and they're like, "Hey, Brad, you just take over." And I was like shooting, and I was like looking behind me, like, I hope Bo doesn't see me,
Hope he doesn't see you shoot someone in the face 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. Sundance. But Bo got there and probably 30 seconds into it, had thrown a skee ball into the beanbag toss game. Just classic Bo. So this is a ball that looks like a hole, just like the skee ball hole. I'm just gonna throw it in there. So I had to tell some worker about like, hey, my son, throwing skee balls.
My son,
my boy,
my boy.
But it's amazing. So yeah, now you get like these little watch things you put around your wrist, and that's how you scan in and out for like your tokens
On your left hand?
Sure. Yeah.
Mark of the beast.
Yeah. And Bo, he's 2 years old and he already knows how to do it. So it's so cute. Like the car rides like, boom, 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 and then it stops. Boom, and he's like, oh, again. And then he just scans his arm.
And they're pretty content. It's the same thing over and over again.
He was. It was this little car game. It has Stuart Little sitting next to you, and he was loving it. So yeah, I think for the most part, yeah, they just had a good time. And anyway, Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think it's as low class as people are acting like it is. Allison,
skee ball reminded me of something, and then we can go back to Chuck E. Cheese's like hierarchy on the social class.
Please.
But yeah, Rachel and I went on a little double date with Isaac. We went to Main Event.
Oh yeah.
This past week. And played quite a bit of skee ball. That's one of those games where there actually are like 4 different things you can do at the same time. So that was fun.
What do you mean 4 different things?
There's like 4 different
4
lanes. Like we can each
play.
compete at the same time.
Oh, 4 different lanes. Yeah.
Because a lot of it's like, all right, I'll watch you guys, and then
Sure.
you guys watch us or whatever. And so we got on a little skee ball kick. And then a couple days later, somehow, I don't know where it was or who reposted it, but on my Instagram, I came across as like, what's up? Today I'm with the world's #1 skee ball player. And so I was like, I got to check this out. And so here's what I'll say. One, he was money. He was very, very good. But he only went for like the 50, like the top 50. He didn't go for like the
corners?
the 100.
Oh, that teaches us that we are a sucker for doing that.
Totally.
That's literally, I just think to myself, even if I get this twice out of 10, I'm going to have a better score than people not going for this thing.
But it brings up a point. If you're the best in the world, shouldn't you be able to get it in the corners?
Unless he just hacked the system and he knows.
Yeah.
He
Unless they just know
like,
that's a sucker move.
He's like, yeah, it's like those basketball games at the amusement parks that were like, if you make this shot, you win a big basketball. And it was like, the hoop was like the exact same size as the ball you're shooting it. And so it's like, it's almost impossible to make it in there. So maybe he's just realized that.
Maybe.
But that is absolutely, I'm going to try that strategy until I die, probably.
So yeah, just know that video I saw, he was only going for the top one.
Okay.
But I just believe more in the skee ball community. I think we can get the 10,000 every time, or the 100, whatever it is at your local skee ball park.
I think mine's 10,000 is what we have.
Yeah, at the Main Event, it was 10,000.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I like my skee ball. So, but yeah, it was fun. We did that. We went. Hattie had swimming lessons, which is always fun. She was like, first of all, this place that we're doing swimming lessons at, Lifetime, it's like so unorganized. And so like last week they canceled on us last minute. This week we get there and like Hattie wasn't in the system. So they were like, well, I'll just do a one-on-one swimming session with you. And I was like, awesome. Great. But this guy is like
with you or with Hattie?
With Hattie.
Oh,
how cool would that be though? I could use swimming lessons. I'm not that good.
What do you struggle with swimming? What part of your body?
I don't know if I kick very efficiently.
Yeah.
I think
kicking's important.
And I know that like you're
Nips
supposed to kind of like breathe as you're swimming. Like
you're talking about competitive swimming? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about like if I'm swimming laps or
if you're doing like 100-meter freestyle.
No, just swimming laps. Just swimming laps. And I go over it because you're not supposed to like, I don't know, you're supposed to keep going as you're swimming.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true. I have never in my life swam laps or been in a situation where I was offered to swim laps.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So good for you. I didn't think that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could swim like just fine one way to the other. One side to the other.
Like if you were to fall in the water, Catherine isn't like, who's going to raise my kids?
Oh boy. Okay. I've been scouting out some options. So maybe I'll go.
I prepared for this.
Right.
Glad we re-upped our life insurance.
That's right.
You think you could get back in the boat?
Oh, I was a certified lifeguard back in the day at Kanakuk.
Okay.
Means very little, but yeah. Anyway, so like this guy is like trying to like make small talk with Hattie, and he's like, what's your favorite vegetable? And he was like expecting her to say like peas or broccoli or something. Or Hattie goes, bell peppers. And I'm just like, gosh, what a funny like spoiled child you are to like bell peppers and like be into. She's like into all the things that other kids are like if sometimes I'll try to be like, no, we're actually not going to have ice cream. We're going to have Brussels sprouts. And she'll be like, I like Brussels sprouts.
Sounds
I'm
like Rachel.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, I can't think of anything that you don't really like, which is a great option.
You like can't punish her like food wise.
Yeah. The thing that she really doesn't like is potatoes. Like that's like and it's one of those things where it's like, just try it. I guarantee you're going to like it.
You got to rename it.
No, seriously. Sometimes I'll call them like,
Batatas.
we have like breakfast potatoes. I'll be like, oh, like if like she likes hash browns, like she likes, or like, you know,
just call it like hashish or something.
Yeah, just the hashish kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But she likes, you know, so I'll be like breakfast French fries, and she'll be like, these are potatoes.
She knows.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, keep trying.
She thinks mashed potatoes are nasty. So that's like,
oh, Hattie, salt them.
Every single time I say, I guarantee you someday we're gonna look back on this and think it's ridiculous that you didn't like mashed potatoes. Like you don't know what you're missing out on. So
it's interesting that the lifeguard asked. I feel like he was asking Hattie her favorite vegetable, but really he was asking, do you have good parents? Like, do you have a favorite vegetable? If not, then like something's going on.
What's
at home.
going on?
Yeah, we'll make sure we get her in the system.
Your parents are being too lenient
with the state.
What's your favorite vegetable? French fries.
Oh, hey, technically.
It's called CPS.
That's right. No, but and then on the way back from swimming lessons, we went back to my parents after that in Olathe. And on the way, I was in the left lane driving the Odyssey, you know, Elite, and I was probably going a good 82 miles an hour, and it's 65. So I was not going slow.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing just fine.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable, and I look up, and somebody in my rearview mirror is like kind of on my tail, and I get over, and I'd already passed this person earlier, so it wasn't like this person was always flying. Like it was one of those people that's like, you're changing your speed, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me a break. And they passed me, and I kid you not, as they passed me, thumbs down. I got thumbs down. I've never been thumbs down before.
Oh, you got thumbs down.
No, I got thumbs down. Yeah.
Oh,
I got over to the middle lane. Because I was like, my bad. You know, I thought I was doing just fine, but they were probably going 87 and thumbs down.
Wow.
Did you revenge chase him?
No, because I'm not 16 years old. With a Honda Odyssey Elite.
Imagine hauling in the Elite after that guy.
I can't believe you got thumbs down.
I like to the point where I was like, do they know who I am? Do they recognize the Elite?
Gene Shorts comedy?
What's your name? Gene Shorts?
Gene Shorts?
Name's Gene. Gene Shorts.
Anyway, I just never experienced it on the other side. And let me tell you, it did something.
It hurts.
I can still see the image in my head of the sport runner. Just, I mean, felt like a big thumb. I mean, a good 7-inch thumb, like just straight down. It did. It was like, it felt elongated.
Like they say Aaron Rodgers has really big hands. Like an Aaron Rodgers thumbs down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they went to the combine, they would get drafted in the first round. That kind of thumb. Dude, there's another random thing, but I don't know if you guys ever like, I'm sure you do it. Like you notice things about your ladies, like out of nowhere, and you're like, how have I not noticed this before? Catherine when she does thumbs down, she literally like doesn't even move her thumb down at all. She'll be like, oh yeah, and Hattie, you know what she thinks about those mashed potatoes?
Thumbs middle?
No, like she'll take the thumb and like move it maybe a half degree down.
Catherine, the most fun part of the thumbs down is
turning it down.
Yeah, you see it go from top to bottom.
And I never noticed it. And then like 4 times in the last 2 days, she's like, oh yeah, I mean, we went to Target pickup today. I'm like, you're doing it again. I'm putting it down. I'm like, no, you're not. You're barely moving that thing.
I think more than anything, I like how often Catherine is using a thumbs down to express how things went.
I can't picture her doing that for some reason.
I can picture Catherine doing it. I can't picture a lot of other people doing it. How's your day this afternoon?
Oh yeah, Rosie.
Talks with her hands a lot.
Guess who spit up all over my shirt? Rosie. And it's like,
Catherine, you're pointing at yourself?
Yeah.
You spit up on your own shirt?
Oh man, I don't know. It's just this weird thing that I've learned about her, and I'm like, okay, this is it. So,
yeah, that's a good observation.
Anyway, yeah.
Can I share a quick story about something
that
that you talking about a lifeguard reminded me of? I think a while back on the podcast we talked about like the train or whatever the certification you had to do to become a lifeguard.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and how Brad was just like finding bricks.
Yes.
Like, hey, I found some at the bottom of the pool.
And it made me think of the swimming merit badge for Boy Scouts. I don't think you were in Boy Scouts. Were you ever in
I was
Boy
Tiger
Scouts?
Cub.
Jake?
Thank you very much. I was Tiger Cub.
You're
Thank you very
Tiger
much.
Cub?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the swimming merit badge, one of the things you have to check off is you have to jump into water with jeans on. No joke.
Good start.
Yeah, jump into water with jeans on. You have to remove your jeans and like roll them up into this bunch and somehow capture air as well so that you turn your jeans into a flotation device. Have you guys ever heard or seen of this?
I'm speechless.
Well, this is
Because I thought when I tried it at scout camp in a lake. So like I don't have a life jacket on or anything.
Oh
I'm just out there with jeans trying to get jeans off in water. It's like
yeah, that's
really
awful.
impossible.
That's awful.
And then figuring out how to like roll these up and somehow capture some air so that you float.
Can you imagine, like, you don't know how to swim, you're flailing there, and you see this guy that you know is like an Eagle Scout, like, oh, finally, thank you, my savior, my prince. He jumps in, and the first thing he does as you're flailing, like struggling to stay above water, is he's just like messing with his dungarees under the water, like for
Hold
8
on.
minutes, like,
Gotta get my
stay
jeans-
there.
Or you
Jeans
just-
aren't off
Just
yet.
a second.
I'm just picturing like an airplane landing in water and everybody's panicking. And then you see some guy who's already got his jeans off into a flotation device, just like leaning back on a
Don't
raft.
worry. Already got the Wranglers off.
You
Yeah.
idiots. But anyway, so
Wait, so is that why do Boy Scouts always have to be prepared?
Excuse me? What's with your pee-pee?
Be
Yes,
be
prepared.
prepared.
The Boy Scouts always have to be prepared, so therefore are they always having to wear jeans? Is that
Probably.
because, like, why does it have to be why can't it be any other pants?
Yeah. What happens if you are drowning with shorts on?
Chinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joggers.
It's got to be denim.
The idea of getting those
Sweatpants.
off your ankles is so funny
Yeah.
to me. Like,
You're trying to stay afloat.
So you're trying to tread water. So when I tried
I
at
bet
scout
more
camp,
Boy Scouts actually sink and die because of this tactic than
So-
they save themselves or others.
so like the whole point of scout camp is you go and like you do a bunch of fun things, but you're also there to complete merit badges, and like that's one of your biggest goals. And so I did everything else on the swimming merit badge, but I could not get the jeans down.
Scott's like, I was able to start the fire with my jeans off. I was able to
Yeah.
tie a sailor's knot once my jeans were off.
Right.
A lot of it had to do with taking your pants off. But the swimming
Yeah.
was so hard for me.
Yeah. So I
Skivvies.
ended up I didn't complete it, and so I came home. And then you remember the Sweeneys? They lived down the street from us. They had
Sure.
a pool in their backyard.
Jimmy?
So I jumped into their pool with pants on to finish
Leave
this
me be.
merit badge.
Let me figure this out.
And my dad was there to like, kind of check the box that I did it. And I think I just made the most pathetic. I finally got the jeans off. I made the most pathetic attempt at like this. I got maybe one air bubble of denim. My dad was like, all right, you're good. And I was like, Dad, get me out of here.
Dude, we gotta try this.
Yeah.
We gotta try the
Let's go
jeans
over to the
challenge.
pool.
Jean shorts challenge.
Jean
Yeah.
shorts challenge. Jean
What?
floats.
Jean floats.
Just the
the,
idea.
the first Jean shorts live stream we ever do is the Boy Scout merit badge certification.
Okay, genuine question. As a Boy Scout, for whatever reason you're having to jump in this water, could you not take your jeans off and use them as a flotation device, like, once you jump in the water? Like, why do you have to take them off in the water?
Huh?
You're saying
Like you
take them
just
off
asked
before?
the same question.
No, I'm saying, like, take them off, have them in
Before.
your hand, jump in the water, and they're still the same flotation device.
No, I think it's assuming a scenario where you have no time to prepare for the fact that you're being in the water.
Like a plane crash or something.
Yes, or something
Okay,
like that.
okay.
I think the
I
scenario,
was thinking it was more like you're helping somebody else. Or
No,
like, okay.
no, this is where you are unexpectedly dumped into water with jeans on.
What if you see like a lot of turbulence and you see this guy over there in the corner just slowly taking
off
starts
his
unbuttoning
his
his jeans.
Levi's, like, oh boy.
I don't trust the flotations
Yeah.
under our seats, so I'm gonna make my own.
Thanks for being part of the exit row with me.
Like, the 305 is ready to go.
Oh boy. This could be a bad one.
Yeah. Yeah, the plane's like starting to go down. He's got his pants around, like he's like taking a dump, like around his
Yeah.
ankles. Like, I think we're just landing. I
Yeah.
don't think we're actually going down. He's like, hey, can't be too careful.
Yeah.
Be too careful.
Can't be too careful.
Always be prepared. And then you land and he's just like,
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Well,
you were right.
You
Pull
just-
back up.
trust me, you would have looked as stupid as I had if the roles were reversed.
You hear his belt clanging around.
Yeah. All right, well,
Okay.
what's more embarrassing, what I had to do or you drowning?
Yeah.
I'll take this every flight. Got it.
Where's my terminal for baggage claim? Okay. That's so funny.
Yeah, the scenario is either a plane crash or some sort of hostage situation where the man is throwing you in the lake and the only way out is to like fulfill his perverted fantasies.
Or like a Captain
Take
Phillips.
your jeans off.
You know, Captain Phillips, you get abducted by Somali pirates and you're in the water and got to stay afloat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that one too. That one too.
I didn't even think about that one for the Mayor Boys.
A lot of people are in that situation.
Tom Hanks,
Lead actor.
lead actor.
Yeah.
That thing you do was the answer. That was
Mhm.
like the most common for Tom Hanks not being the lead actor in a movie.
Interesting.
Wasn't it also Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah, I'm surprised
Catch
we
Me If
didn't
You
think of
Can,
that one.
Well, let's talk about that though. Like,
He's not the main guy in Catch Me If You Can.
but he's not like a big secondary. He's like
He's not the main guy though.
Leo's 1A, Tom's 1B.
he's on the cover
would
of
say.
the movie.
Yeah.
But he's
I
not
think-
the main guy. That was the argument. Has he
Yeah.
ever been not the main guy?
Okay, then Toy Story.
He shares that.
I'd say Woody.
That's what I
Woody's,
said
Catch
last
Me If
week.
You Can, he shares that.
That's what I said last week.
Woody's bigger than Buzz in Toy Story.
I said Toy Story last week.
I know, and I just meant like, has he ever been like I don't know, whatever, secondary, like,
Although Pixar,
which I haven't
has
seen
not-
Elvis yet, but I'm imagining him like, obviously Elvis is like the guy. Catch Me If You Can is about two different people. One of them's running around away from the other guy.
Yeah, I think most of Catch Me If You Can is about the amazing story of like Frank Abagnale, though. It's like this is crazy what this
Mhm.
kid did at 18 years old.
Yeah, whatever, fine. It's
Where is his?
You really like
character-
Carl Hanratty. You believe in
Kyle
Yeah,
Hanratty.
you really like Carl Hanratty.
Which one is he in that? Or whoa, that was a poorly
What?
phrased question.
Carl
in
Hanratty.
What movie is that from?
Catch Me If You Can.
That's Catch Me If You Can. Okay.
Yeah, really
I've only
good
seen
movie.
it once. Yeah.
True story.
Where
Check
is
it
his
out.
character supposed to be from in Elvis? Because I know in the previews he had an accent. Do you know?
Yeah, I think they eventually tell you it's somewhere, European.
You haven't Googled this already?
No, only Elvis Googles.
I'll Google it.
Also,
Sorry.
we're I don't
We're
know
doing
what,
it.
like 10 days in now. Still only Elvis. Elvis or podcast in the car.
You-
No other music.
You pulled into Trey's yesterday, and it sounded like it was bumping, and it sounded like rap music or something. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I guess you're done with Elvis, and you're like,
Mm-mm.
nope.
It was a little remix.
His name's Colonel Tom. Is that his? That's his manager. Colonel
Oh,
Tom.
yes.
Yeah, Colonel
I
Tom
was
Parker.
like, the name of the song was Colonel Tom. Got quite the bass line to
Would
it.
you like to geo guess where he's from?
I bet if you showed me the street of that country, I could figure it out.
No black tape.
Where is he from?
Breda, Netherlands.
Netherlands.
He's Dutch.
The old Swiss.
I think the Netherlands have yellow
The Danish.
yellow license plates. A lot of Europe has the white with the blue. I think the Netherlands has yellow with the blue.
Okay.
They're a little tip for you
You want
guys.
me to check that?
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, still a lot of Elvis. A lot of Elvis. Elvis and GeoGuessr.
How are you feeling about? I mean, by this time it's Monday that this comes out.
The
but
special has
the
come out.
special is coming out tomorrow. How are you feeling about it?
Good. Yeah, because Rachel's done such a good job. Like, how you feeling? Because I've just been working so much at it. This is the most editing I've ever done in a 7-day stretch in my life. But it for the longest time, it just felt like a task. It was like I'm not even that excited. It's more just like this is something on my to-do list. And now that it's been crossed off, it's like okay, now I can be excited about it. But for the
Yeah.
longest time, it's like, if you had like an entire living room set to make, it's just like I'll be happy when it's done, probably. But right now, it's just a massive
Can you,
undertaking.
can you talk about like logistically? I'm just curious as a techie nerd person. Like, tell me about like the layers of the editing and like how many like there was how many cameras on you or whatever.
8.
We had 8 for 2 different shows, and I think I've said on the podcast because my computer isn't crazy,
Right.
robust or anything. I edited the entire thing in 1/16 of the resolution, so it looks like I'm looking
That's
at
right.
Minecraft
Yeah.
while I'm editing it. And then when you finally do export it, which takes hours and hours, then you kind of see all this little stuff that you missed in 1/16. You're like,
Like
oh, like the camera kind of shakes there. I need to switch to a different camera.
Gotcha.
Or like, oh, someone, that this is like kind of in the way. And I'll tell you what, it took so long because for the most part, I think I do a very good job of not being a perfectionist when it comes to these videos. I'm like, that's good enough. It's YouTube, it's Instagram. People are going to see 100 videos a day.
Sure.
But I'm like, this is something I should probably put a little more
Yeah.
thought and effort into.
If anything, it's like a resume for you. It's like
Yeah, it's like I'm going to be showing this to people
Yeah.
for a while, and I want to be very proud of it. And so a lot of it came to like, okay, oh, this is interesting. I noticed, okay, in the first show, the setup to the Taco Bell bit got a lot of laughter, surprisingly, just in the setup. But then the punchlines all seem to do way better in the second show. Okay, let's mix and match those,
oh,
which is
man.
fun. But that happened a lot.
That'd be tough.
So I just, for almost every joke, I'm listening to each version of it, trying to see which parts of it are better than others. And then with that comes the continuity issues. So even though there are 8 cameras, I'm not, and I look the same, which I'm very happy that at least that's the case. That would have been a bummer if like my hair is completely different one show. Like, oh, this is obvious.
Yeah.
But even with me being like the, control, like I look the same, but my left arm could be in a different spot. I could be in a different part of the stage. So it's a lot of this configuration of like, okay, what if I cut to this camera and then you can't really tell which angle I'm facing. And then I cut to the wide camera when we switch to the second show.
Yeah.
And so it's so much of that, but even the audio sounds a little different from show to show.
Sure.
And then I was really proud of myself the way I mixed and matched the crowd work. I talked to 4 different guys that night, but it's going to look like I talked to the same guy. Like I only talked to him all night.
Yeah.
But I was an idiot. And while recording that night, which I had all this, like I basically had a study guide for myself. Like when you get out there, this is how you should record so you can edit it easier later. And I said the guy's name so many times. I'm like, oh, because I switched between Dominic, Matt, and this other guy, whatever. And I would say their names. Then I'm having to like edit that out right before I say Dominic. They need to think it's Matt. They need to think I'm talking to Matt the whole night.
You just like voice over Matt.
Matthew.
So anyway, how are you, Matt? Dude, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to tell though.
I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
I remember the movie Liar Liar was infamous for that when that came on TV back in the day, when the TV version. It's like, yeah, that's exactly
my butt.
Yeah, you guys. I've probably said it before on the podcast. Yeah. I'm kicking my butt. Do you mind?
I'm such a snot.
Such a snot. That's great. So anyway, a lot of just like nitpicky little stuff, and then you can't even see it. So you re-export it, like, okay, go back in. So I'm very familiar with the jokes because I've not only do I edit it, but then I just sit there and watch it.
Right.
I'm like, dang it. All right, got to do that. So anyway, I'll just say everyone's been so nice. I mean, the response of getting just promoting it has been fun, and I do love this because I don't do it as much as I used to, but. The launch, I love a good launch.
I know.
I love how I'm promoting it, and
like, I think just in general for our stuff.
Because I could do it when it's my own stuff. I take more ownership in it, and it's like this is fun. I'm having people vote on thumbnails. I need to. Oh, that was another thing on my to-do list. Maybe I'll do it on the podcast tonight. I'm gonna do. What do you think about this? I think I'm gonna give away. Like I've never done a giveaway, but I want to give away money to someone. Like say like, hey, if you tag me in your story watching the special tomorrow night, like one lucky person, I was thinking about giving them like $500 or something crazy.
Sure.
Scott's in. Down payment on a dog.
Tell me what.
The next dog got a fourth of it.
Hashtag Project Recoup Topper.
I mean, that's a lot, but yeah, why not?
I just think, I know there's a ton of people who are going to do it regardless, but I just think it'd be so fun to like, it's not even about the promotion aspect of it. It's kind of just selfish for me. Like, I just want to see a ton of people watching this. How cool would that be? What a unique scenario to see like people gathered around watching this on their TV. So I just want to incentivize people to do that and just want to build. I love launching things, like I said. So I don't know. Probably end up losing money on the special, but I think it'd be really fun. Maybe I want $500.
500's a lot. Remember when you were, was it 1,000 or 500 that you were going to say if anybody beat you in pickleball?
I started at 1,000 and then I got down to 500.
I remember when I was with you and you told Scott that number, and Scott just, his eyes just.
I was like, we splitting that, or is Jake footing the bill on that?
I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see.
Thanks for asking.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so pumped.
Thanks. I mean, you guys have already seen it, but thank you for being so excited.
I mean, I saw it once and it was October of 2021.
Yeah,
it's
true.
forever.
And Scott had like the most hyperbolic superlative things. Like, dude, I've never laughed so hard at something in my entire life.
That was a fit. I love the show. It was so good.
Scott was pretty drunk. So I think that's kind of a,
you know those Muslims. They really
what are you guys, Muslim?
Dude, my friend Jana, from high school.
Turn up.
Wait, did you say you're what, Jana?
Ex-girlfriend. I dated her for a second. And Jake and I almost were Eskimo brothers with that because you matched her on Tinder one time.
Oh, yeah. Eskimo brothers is a stretch.
That's like Christian Eskimo brothers. Like, we're both interested in a girl.
Wait, you dated her and I was in her small group. So like, it was just a matter of time.
I don't think I've ever heard the term.
Go ahead and look it up, Scott.
Brothers.
We don't need to talk about it on here.
Eskimo brothers is where one takes their jeans off. And
the other one built an igloo out of it. Anyway, her family's coming to town next week, and they're gonna go.
Oh, he just got to the Google search, I guess.
They're gonna go to the game show thing.
Oh, cool!
And she sent me like a screenshot of their conversation, and they're like, I suggest the boys claim the name Boring Asians. And then Jana says, as long as we can be the Stratford Indians or sober Muslims.
Nice.
First of all, it's not Stratford, it's Stafford. And yeah, anyway, sober Muslims. So I think
Sober
it'd be so
Muslims
funny
funny.
if people like start, like keep patronizing this place and just
Yeah.
like what's up with the boring Asian? Is that like a Gen Z thing we don't know about on TikTok?
What's
or
the
what?
bit?
TikTok trend.
What is that?
So anyway,
Well, that's fun.
Says
That's cool.
it can sometimes be considered offensive. That's what the internet has to say about
Really?
Eskimo brothers.
To whom?
Also, Jake, you nailed the Netherlands license plate. Black letters on a light reflecting yellow background.
Yeah, I have a weird amount memorized about this earth right now.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I think you should make a Patreon video sometime, like just explaining a few
Ooh.
of like the idiosyncrasies that you have.
Oh
like,
my gosh. I have so much work to do later tonight, but that sounds fun. Oh, that sounds fun.
GeoGuessr tutorial.
Oh, man.
think about
That sounds fun. I've thought about it. I'm in.
it.
I'm in.
Turn that thumbs down all the way back up.
I thought
All
about
the
it, and
way
I
up.
am all the way up.
Oh, couldn't be higher.
Man, that barbecue place we went to the other night, 2 thumbs up, brother. Oh boy. Catherine's gonna be like, that's not how I do it. I'm like, yes, it is.
What does Todd Packer say? Who has 2 thumbs? And
Yeah.
Oh,
he says some
This
quote.
guy. Yeah.
something with dudes.
Yeah.
Another thing that Catherine and I have kind of bickered about recently. Tell me what you think of this. We have a 2018 Honda Odyssey Elite. Not trying to brag,
Oh,
but we
geez.
do. And it's got
Twice
a
in one podcast.
Blu-ray player. Not trying to brag, but it's the Elite, so whatever. Blu-ray player. The only reason we got it is because she really wanted to have a CD player in her car. Like she's such an old woman.
Thumbs down.
Because she's like, we got like old, focus on the family kind of things that aren't on Spotify, whatever. Want to play for the kids. Anyway, it's been awesome to have, obviously, but on our vacation, she got really frustrated with me with the way I would hold a CD because she's so convinced that fingerprints are a big deal on CD stuff. What do you guys say? Like, I'm like, what do you think? I don't even know what this stuff's going like this. Because
You want to know
like,
what I think? Right here, buddy.
like
check
I
the
understand
angle.
if you had a
Slightly
Sony Walkman back in the day without skip protection, but it's like, no, like I think these days CD players can handle a little bit of fingerprints.
I don't know. I think
No?
I'd be Team Cat. I'd be
Never.
like, why risk it? Just hold the middle. It's not that hard to hold
I
the middle.
just grip it. I just grip it
Oh.
and throw it in there, baby.
Bro.
Oh, you Eskimo grip
And
it.
she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just
Big old thumbprint on your CD.
no problem, baby. I'll even go thumb on top and all 4 fingers on top.
Oh,
Boom.
If Rachel tried to thumb one of my CDs, I would be so upset.
You'd rather put a finger in the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. Finger in the middle.
That sounds nice. I think that's respectful.
Okay.
Finger
Puts
in the
me-
middle. Thumb on the outside of the CD.
Okay. Good.
Not that hard.
Yeah. Okay. I really think the fingerprints are
I
just
think
fine.
you're probably right that this fingerprint doesn't do anything, but it's like, why risk
She
it
made
though?
it sound like it was inevitably going to skip, 6 tracks on the CD.
I still do weird stuff like that too. Like I put an SD card in this camera every single week, and before I put it in, I blow on it. Why in the world do I blow on an SD card? It's from N64. I can't
Yeah,
help
Super
it.
Nintendo. Right? N64.
Original Nintendo.
I just feel like I have to.
But didn't they like prove that like that didn't even like make a difference
That's
back in the day?
I don't buy it. That
I don't buy it
absolutely made
either,
a
but
difference.
they said it didn't.
Absolutely made a difference.
Who's they?
Probably the myth, the Busters,
Society.
Society Busters.
Ghostbusters, and the Mythbusters
Cool.
collaborated. I don't know, but
We probably take a
Yeah.
lot of precautions we don't need to do, like turning signals. Do we need those?
I mean, there's no one else on the road. Just change
Seat
lanes.
belts. We probably don't need to.
Just thumbs down as you drive past
I
somebody.
can't
no
believe you
problem.
got thumbs down.
I
Yeah.
like, and the conceited, just arrogant part of me is like, I bet they know who I was.
I bet they're probably a big
I'm
fan.
so famous, man.
It's probably a patron.
I get recognized like once every 3 weeks. I bet that person recognized my car as I was driving down the highway. It's like,
Oh,
no, of course not.
that was funny. I have a getting recognized story. It's late one night.
Nice.
Thanks. I've been editing, and
Nice.
it's like one of those weird nights. I had not eaten dinner somehow, and it was getting late. But I was like, all right, there's a McDonald's kind of by my house. I'm gonna reconfirm with Google Maps. Okay, it is open 24 hours. Go to that one, closed. All right, another one open 24 hours. Go to that one, closed. I go to 3 McDonald's. They're all closed when they say they're open 24 hours. So, like, that's a bummer. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, what do you even eat at this point? It feels like COVID again. Like it's just nothing open. How to get sustenance? So I'm like, I guess I'm eating quick trip
QT?
for dinner.
Yep.
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 Oh, and even before this, the day before, Rachel had been I talked about, the softball game. I wanted the Dippin' Dots, gonna get the Dippin' Dots. So Rachel has been trying to get me Dippin' Dots.
Okay.
And she
Chuck E.
found,
Cheese has Dippin' Dots.
oh,
Oh,
Addie had them the other day. She's like, I had these. And where else did she have them recently? She had them somewhere else.
That's good to know because
Yeah.
Rachel found on
Not a
Dippin'
Blue
Dots
Valley
website.
Rock.
They have like a Dippin' Dots like finder. Like here are all of our like places, like our
really?
retailers. And so Rachel's been going to that. We've been trying to go to it. And Minute Marts supposedly have them, but Minute Marts close at 11. Allegedly, we keep going there, and they keep being closed. Different times of day that we go, they keep being closed. They
Okay.
close early. So
Yeah.
anyway, I guess I didn't share all that. Basically, just having a poor string of luck finding open businesses. So I go to Quick Trip. I'm wearing a gray shirt. I'm wearing gray shorts. I'm wearing socks. I'm wearing sandals.
Grout fit is what they call that.
I'm looking good.
Mhm.
I am trying to gather a few things for what I could possibly have for dinner.
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar with the term yakisoba?
No.
Okay, it's like fancy ramen. Had a lot in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yakisoba.
pre-packaged thing. You just like open the lid and pour water in it, throw it in the microwave.
Why
Just
is
like
that
chicken and
fancier?
noodles. Oh, I think it's like it's bigger. It's like it comes in its own container. It's probably
Okay.
like $3 just for one, maybe.
Okay.
It's nice. So
Maybe I'd recognize it.
I get it. Give me a little chicken yakisoba.
Mhm.
I have milk, just cause.
Gotta.
Why not?
Why not?
I have a Cliff Bar. Those kind of fill you up.
Sure.
So like that's supper.
Yeah.
And then I found like a little personalized Frosted Flakes thing. So these are the 4 things I have in my
What
hand.
combo, dude.
You're
Okay.
at Quick Trip?
Yeah, quick try. I was hungry, and
You could have given me a million guesses, and I would never have thought of those 4 things to put together.
Lime.
lime.
Like when you said that last thing, I was like, "What's he gonna say?" And I had a little personalized Frosted Flakes.
yeah,
Like you get at hotel breakfast
yeah,
places?
yeah, hotel lobby, exactly.
Okay.
So
They
yeah,
fill up like a quarter of the bowl.
yeah,
It's like 3 spoonfuls
Yeah.
and you're done.
it was the ramen, milk, Cliff Bar, and Frosted Flakes.
What kind of Cliff Bar? Chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip.
Oh,
Yeah, those are great.
That's fun.
I have
Yeah.
those in my hands. I'm waddling around in my sandals, and I'm going to. Oh, now it's time to get a drink. You know, it's like, oh, what do I want to drink with all this? You know, what do I want to wash down my milk with? And so I'm by the drinks, and this guy goes, "Dude, I think I know you from somewhere." And so I'm kind of letting him think. I was like, "Oh, okay, you know, we're kind of chat, whatever." And he goes, "Did you used to do like trick shots back in the day?"
Oh,
And I was
baby.
like, "Oh, I was not expecting
Deep
that."
cut.
He was like, "Dude, oh my god, yes." He's like, "I was like a subscriber. I like used to watch Jake and Josh." And he's like, "World Record Wednesdays, right?" I was like, "Yes." And so
You
How
spread
old
out
is
your
this
arms
guy?
and
What's-
drop all your stuff.
Yes.
give me a hug.
What's the demographic of this guy?
I bet he was like 20 years old.
Okay,
maybe.
yeah.
His name was Harrison.
Yeah, so kind of like a teenager when he was watching it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
And yeah, it seemed like I was gathering, he used to look up to me so much. And now it is fast forwarded. And he is like,
You're
my
filling up your
God.
free zoney with all this stuff.
He's like,
Get
how?
a Slurpee.
Yeah. Wow. It's not all like it seems on the internet. You know, look at this guy. Jeez. Seen dinner at 2
Don't
a.m.
ever
at
meet your
Quick Trip.
heroes.
Yeah.
Was it
Like,
that
what
late?
happened?
Yeah, it was probably 1 or 2 because I mean nothing else was open. I didn't want to go. I'm trying to teach Whataburger lesson, so I'm not going there.
Right.
And so anyway, yeah, it was really fun, and I sat there and talked to him for probably 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh,
Just-
really?
yeah, because one, I had to prove myself. I'm like, but listen, to what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not
Check out the
this.
special.
I got a special coming out Thursday.
yeah, no, I didn't really say it like that. But we did. He's kind of asked like, what do you have going on now? And I talked to him, and he couldn't believe. Like most people, he's like, so you guys just live here in Kansas City? I was like, yeah, I live close. I live in Olathe. He's like, dude, there are so many YouTubers in Kansas City. I was like, really? And then he rattled off like 5 people I've never heard of before, but
Which is YouTube in a nutshell. Like,
yeah, totally. He was
this
like,
guy's super popular. He's got 1 million followers.
He's
Like,
Scott
never heard of him.
Peckleball?
Scott Peckleball. There's the only one I can remember. He said Vsauce. He's like, you know Vsauce. I'm like, yeah. You know, it's like when you've seen Armageddon, right?
It's like,
I've seen
after the
part of
5th
it.
one that you don't know, you're like, oh, I think I have. I do recognize
Oh,
that
I thought
name.
you said. Oh, okay. I think you said
Vsauce.
Vsauce.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
V like Valentine. Yes.
Yes. Oh, dude,
V-
yes.
Vsauce. I used
I
to.
have seen. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Yes.
That one that he did on
Oh,
Valentine's Day for
on one of
V?
his challenges.
Uh-huh.
I
Flying
would-
Vsauce.
I used to have post notifications on for Vsauce. Yeah, join the V Squad. But anyway, he was like, yeah. I mean, he lives in a different country now. I was like, oh, right,
Right.
Well, but he's from. Yes, I forgot he's from here.
Yeah.
So I did that whole thing, but yeah, it was an amazing time to get recognized, and not even from anything recent. It was a guy who, when he was a middle schooler, was like, "This guy's
Mhm.
awesome."
So was he working or was he there? Just,
yeah, he was working.
Okay,
And so
nice.
that Quick Trip's not super close to my house, but I want to start going there more. I want to see
Which one
Harrison
is it?
more.
The Chuck E. Cheese one?
135th.
And
Oh, I don't know.
is
Right
it
off
by
Black
Walmart
Bob?
or is it off of the highway?
Right in between Black Bob and Merlin.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scott
I
got
know
it.
what you're talking about.
Black Bob and Merlin.
Over by Lowe's. I think there's a Lowe's.
That's
over
by
there.
the Chuck E. Cheese guy.
I don't
Yeah.
use the Chuck E. Cheese as a point of reference.
Yes. Now you need to know. I got.
Yeah, it's right next to Chuck E. Cheese.
Is it by
Yeah.
the Chuck E. Cheese?
That was the one, dude. Great memories with that Quick Trip. That was
Really?
like the first Quick Trip. That was where I fell in love with Quick Trip. Because back in the day, we didn't have a bunch of them in Olathe.
Not the one
That
on
was-
151st? Wasn't that a Quick Trip?
You and
Right
Jan
by
ever hang out there?
McDonald's on 151st?
We did more than hang out. Just kidding.
Hey,
No,
Eskimo.
no. The one by Lowe's is like the original. I feel like in Olathe. Anyway,
Anyways,
I remember going. Lowe's had a big hill, big. You know, so you go sledding, and we went sledding, and then we would go and get hot chocolates at that Quick
Ooh,
Trip.
get some hot chocolate and yakisoba.
On on
and then you
Sundays. It was
would
great.
drift in the Noog into my neighbor's mailbox.
Yes, also that.
Really?
Yeah,
It's tough to keep control when you're drifting.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Fast and Furious!
Fast and Furious! Dun, 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 dun.
I
Do you
wonder
remember?
if you know. Know that it be
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
I wish
dude.
Elvis did a cover to that, and then I could listen to it.
I wonder if you know.
Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Ho, 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 ho. Fast and Furious. I love it, dude. We should just do Elvis covers. Give me a
Oh
few
my-
more. Give me a few more.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Whoa, sweet child of mine.
That's pretty good.
She's got a smile that says to me.
How about lean like a cholo?
Elbows up, side to side. Elbows up, side to side. Lean like a cholo.
like a cholo.
Any more?
Party Like a Rock Star.
Oh, I was gonna say Party in the USA. Party like a rock. Party like a rock star. I don't know if I'm very good at the Elvis impersonation.
I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a
I feel like we're
good
getting
night.
into Frank Sinatra now.
My podcast, please. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Top Gun theme song. That made me laugh while we were recording every time and rewatching it every time.
What a song, dude.
She's perfect, but when she feels awkward, she starts humming the Top Gun theme song.
Is that what we said last week?
Yeah,
I think so.
She's perfect her
perfect
way.
in every way.
But, yeah.
That's pretty funny, previous Jake and Brad. Good for us.
Hey, good job, man.
That's
Yeah, we were
right.
pretty funny.
That's pretty good for us.
Hey, your podcast.
But yeah, once again,
Once again,
our podcast.
my podcast, please. My podcast. My podcast.
I just thought of something real quick. We had if you guys know Gus Johnson, the YouTuber, this is kind of cool. Nothing crazy, but he DM'd us on Instagram saying that he loved our Camp Counselor video, and we got a new fan out of him.
Yeah, that was one of those things where it was like, if you know this guy, you're gonna be so pumped about it. But it's like it's a classic, like he's a big YouTuber, but like so many people, I feel like I told Catherine about it. She's like, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I don't expect that many people to actually know who he is, but
But he's
they'll
like
be
a
like,
big deal to the people that like him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Which-
he's been around for a long time. He's very popular, very funny, and it was cool.
I thought you were talking about Gus Johnson, the
I know.
sports
I
commentator.
think everyone thinks that's what I
Yeah.
thought whenever they're like, "Oh, have you seen the Gus Johnson video on the?" Because we did some video that was kind of similar to a video he did maybe one time or something.
You didn't see Gus Johnson, the commentator, make a video like that?
Yeah.
Got a mustache, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him before.
Looks a little different than Gus Johnson, the
A
commentator.
little bit.
But yeah, that was kind of cool. I was like, I screenshotted it to you guys because like you guys are gonna think this
You
is
guys
cooler
care.
than I do.
Yeah,
But it's
that
kind of
was-
cool. Like we're like one of 160 people that he follows on Instagram.
Yeah, it was
The
fun.
other ones are like Andy Milanakis and Jim Gaffigan and other people that are huge. I mean, Andy Milanakis.
Hey, Milnock.
You know,
There's a video of Gus Johnson calling out Gus Johnson, the
Oh, yeah?
commentator.
Oh, interesting.
Don't know
Oh,
what
cool.
the content is. I'll have to watch that later and see.
But yeah, that was kind of fun.
3 million subscribers, 3.1.
That's what I'm saying. He's a big YouTuber. It's
Very
cool to
big
get that
YouTuber.
validation from him. But good week of Gene Shorts. People love the Trump impersonation that we posted today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew they would. I guess the Gene Shorts community hadn't seen that yet, so that was great.
yeah, and I don't, whatever. I'm not trying to like be like compliment me more about it, but it's like I don't know if I really do a good like whenever we were about to record it, you're like Brad does a good Trump impersonation. We could do a video on that, and I was like, I don't know if I do a good one or if I just do a Trump impersonation. Like, I don't know how
I think there's so many.
accurate it really is.
There's so many bad ones out there.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
do a good job of it. It is a good impersonation.
I think I do like whatever. I'm not like, once again,
You
I'm
get
not
the
trying.
fingers right and
Yeah.
you get the hand motions
This was
right.
some of
Okay.
your finest work. I've heard you do a lot of Trump. This was some of your finest
See,
work.
but this is the thing. Like, I don't know if I'm even like really doing Trump that well, or if I'm doing like somebody else's impersonation of Trump really well. Like it's like that person, made a mockery of him, and I made a mockery of that mockery. Like, whatever. Like I'm like, does he really sound like that? I mean, I guess he does whatever this thing. But
Regardless, people love it. So mission
people like it.
accomplished.
Yeah.
You're hitting what you're attempting to.
I do really enjoy when I can like find a character, which obviously I already have that Donald Trump, character in me. But like anytime I can be a little bit goofy and outside of the realm of things, it's always fun. So
Totally. I got to be Sheltered Kid again. We filmed another one of those videos.
yeah. Catherine was real pumped about the Super Chick song. In the story.
I fought for that one. I was like, for the right people, they're gonna love that we put Super Chick into this video.
Sheltered Kid got married.
Sheltered Kid got married. I mean, you talk about a clickable video. You see Sheltered Kid got married. You're like, I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I meant to put this on my story. Someone DM'd me just like a couple hours ago, and because I did the vote on my thumbnail, whatever. What do you think? Someone replied, "You probably didn't need to say Sheltered Kid on the graphic. We already get it from the picture."
Oh,
I was like, that's really good. I replied to him. I was like, that's hilarious. So yeah, I want to put that on my story.
that is funny.
I know how to make a catchy thumbnail.
Huh?
I know how to make a catchy thumbnail.
Tell me. Give us a quick tutorial.
Got Brad to click. Canva, actually, is how I make my thumbnails.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you to do that?
No, I don't think you told me specifically Canva.
CPBB?
Maybe you did. I don't know.
Canva Pro?
No pro, just free version.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about our sponsor for the week?
Oh my gosh, I forgot we have an ad.
Yeah.
I forgot we have a sponsor. So we're very excited. I think technically the first time they've actually advertised with us.
Yes.
At least in this sense. This week we are sponsored by Ghostrunners podcast merch.
Yeah, the brand Ghostrunners podcast. Merch.
The CEO of Ghostrunners merch
Mhm.
reached out and wanted to do a deal with us. It took a while. He wrote it down, said it on a napkin. I looked it over, I wrote no, sent it back, and we went back and forth on that several times.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, if you go to ghostrunners.life, there's t-shirts available.
T-shirts, all sorts, all shapes and colors.
Interesting.
Yes.
What about sizes?
All shapes, different shapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the pear shapes and the everything.
Do we have Ford Best Better up there yet?
No, we're gonna hopefully have you make that on Canva Pro and then put it
Oh,
up there for
okay.
CPBB.
Cool.
Yeah, check us out.
Yeah, I just want to remind you guys, it's summertime, so you have to wear t-shirts. Might as well be one of ours.
That's what we've always said.
That's one of our taglines.
That's
shirts
kind of
have tags,
That's kind of a
too.
fun thing to put on a shirt.
You got to wear a t-shirt.
It's summertime. Might as well wear one of ours. Jake and Brad.
It's summertime. Got to wear a shirt.
Let's just brainstorm real quick. Some t-shirt ideas.
Oh, okay.
You're the Jake to my Brad. What do you think of that?
Nice.
Oh,
Domi Origato.
I like that. I really like that.
Actually,
Like,
I
have
just
some
saw my
kind
Chick-fil-A cup, and I don't know.
have some kind of like Taekwondo instructor and say Dome Arigato. That's awesome.
Well,
And have her like
Didn't Abercrombie come under fire for something of that nature?
no.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I
have no
don't
idea.
think no, it's fine.
It wasn't based off Domi's likeness. And
Dome Arigato is a perfect shirt, dude.
I can't believe you like that one so much.
I love that. I love the idea of like somebody's going to make us a awesome graphic of this, and we're going to make it into a shirt.
Cool. Well,
what about this shirt? It says Top Pod
No,
Ghostrunners.
Ooh, instead of Top Gun.
I like the idea of making a Top Gun shirt, but instead of saying Top Gun, it says Ghostrunners. Like the letter is just Ghostrunners.
You want me to show the camera?
Fun.
You like that?
Scott, take your jeans off. Show the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do something with Top Gun.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, Scott's actually coming over here.
Oh, Scott is coming over here.
We all know what Top Gun looks like. Scott's wearing a Top Gun shirt. Yeah.
I like that you're pointing to it. Like they wouldn't know where to look on your shirt. Topper. It's Topper.
Topper.
Topper the dog. Oh, I miss Topper.
What if we put Topper Gone?
Topper gun.
Topper
Topper
Gone.
gone.
Topper Gone.
Top gone.
Topper
Gone.
gone.
And
Oh,
then
boy.
we have like a farm and a cousin. I don't know how to make that.
And you just have kind of a typical like cousin figure.
Moe's.
Yes. We've talked about doing jean shorts merch soon, which will be fun. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But buy our merch first.
Spend most of your disposable income on our merch. And
We make more money if you buy it from us, from Ghostrunners. But if you go to support both, you can. So
What about a whole line of actual jean shorts?
I mean, even back in the
that seems
day,
easy to do.
Breathable, comfortable jean shorts.
What about,
flotation.
like real, comfortable jean shorts. What do you think of that?
I like it. I'll say right off the bat, I like
We
how
get
that
like
sounds.
a Mississippi-born and bred quarterback to represent us.
He was bred in Mississippi.
Yeah,
That works for me.
yeah.
As long as he was bred there.
Born and bred. Yeah.
Yeah.
Born and
I don't care
bred.
about the born. I want him bred there.
Yeah.
It's funny how lightly we throw around the term like born and bred. Yeah, bred is like a pretty big deal. Like it's a big thing to.
Yeah.
What if we just change out the words like born and conceived there? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Born and created sexually.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You from around here? Yep. I was born here. My parents got it on here. Always lived around here.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just say born and bred.
I was bred right over there in that hotel. That trailer park over there. I don't know.
Good merch brainstorming session. Thank you to our advertisers. We really
Yes,
couldn't do it without you.
Ghostrunners.life.
Couldn't do it without you.
Check it out. We have so much time on our hands, and so we have like so many just ideas that we need to make into fruition, right? It's like,
I'm exhausted.
right? Anytime someone comes up to us with an idea, I'm always just like, we have so much going on. We can't.
What was I doing today? It was like this moment of realization of like things have changed in my life because I had like almost like a business idea or something. I think, I was like, you know what would be great is like a database, you know, almost like an Indeed.com kind of thing, but only for people almost like doing like creator work, like doing, you know, YouTube editing, filming, graphic design, thumbnails. Like it's
Is that
an
what
entire
Fiverr kind of is?
kinda. Fiverr's more, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be like more like high end, like quality work. People who are working remotely can do things for you,
Okay.
whatever. And so I was like, that is going to be a thing someday. Someone should start it now. And then immediately, but I had no interest in even pursuing it. I was like, things have changed. Because like a year ago, I would have like texted 6 people about
You
it. Like,
would've
hey, what do you
Googled
think
it.
about? Yeah.
You did some research.
And it took me 10 seconds. I was like, well, move on. And then just like turn to this.
Don't have time for that right
Yeah,
now. Don't
exactly.
have the capacity for that.
That was only a few hours ago. I was like, oh, wow, I think things have changed.
Well, my idea is a lot simpler than that. It was just to beef up the Ghostrunners website somehow.
So much of what we do needs beefing. The
Yeah.
studio. Have you noticed I haven't posted to Instagram in forever? It's like I'm kind of embarrassed to like post it, like, but I need to. I know we need to, but it's like, look at this. And
What's wrong with this? You know, beige walls, beige table, beige carpet.
Turquoise towel.
turquoise towel
Yeah.
barely in the shot
Yeah.
when it's sunny.
Right.
Yeah, the studio needs beefing.
Yeah.
Poultrying. It's poultrying.
Sorry,
not
you're
beefing.
right. We need
Yeah.
to poultry up the
Right,
studio
right,
and the website and.
But I just think like so many people like I've seen on Facebook be like, what episode was this from? And then somebody will be like, it was in the glossary. Like it'd be nice to just have a link to that on our website. Like
wait,
stuff
where
like
is
that.
the glossary? I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. It'd be nice to have like a link to it.
That's a good idea.
I mean, you can definitely search glossary within the Facebook group and find it, I'm sure, but it's not like readily available. It'd just be nice to have certain links.
Make a list of what you would like beefed,
Okay.
and I will try to check things off of that list for you guys.
Okay, great.
Oh, he's beef checker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dairy boy.
I'll try to.
Yep.
Get a good look at your beef checker. Rather just take his
No,
word
for real
for it.
though, I will try to
Okay.
do stuff.
Great.
I can learn things.
Beef it up.
Yeah.
You're a beefcake.
I'm a
Thanks,
beefcake.
Scotty.
Should we listen to some voice memos?
Yeah, baby.
Hey, we don't have to.
Oh, okay. Well, let me think. Yeah, baby.
Jake and Brad, Grant Clean Hands Holmes back
Oh,
again,
love it.
and
Love
I am
it.
here to officially name myself the Springfield, Missouri correspondent for the Ghostrunners podcast.
Good.
I'm going to be traveling to Springfield about once a month for work, so I thought I could just check in, let you guys know of cool new things happening around Springfield. This past week, whenever I was there, I noticed that Springfield has built an off-brand Topgolf, which is pretty exciting for the big city. But even more exciting was that there is a billboard right outside that says, Jake Triplett, come home. You can find girls here too. So apparently the bigwigs in Springfield heard that Jake found Rachel Coop at Topgolf in Kansas City, and they're trying to lure him back to be Springfield's most famous person outside of Brad Pitt, to come back home and bring Ghostrunners with him. So Springfield, you're doing big things, and the next move's up to you, Jake.
I love that. That's just great that Grant listens to the podcast in general.
What would it take for you to move back to Springfield?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, in my head, I have it like if I ever move from Kansas City, it's going to be to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to get that out of my head and get Springfield in my head. I think I would need some family troubles.
Oh,
So do you wish that upon me, Brad? Because that's what it would take.
I don't wish that upon you, brother.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Eskimo brother. That's probably what it would take.
Okay.
I
I was driving through Springfield on the way home from Branson, and I just thought to myself, like,
That's a lot of meth.
no, honestly, the exact opposite. I thought to myself, this feels like the most Christian place ever.
There are so many churches.
There
I
are
will
so
say.
many churches, and like there was billboards for like this Christian music festival coming up, and like I know that I'm sure there's plenty of brokenness in Springfield, but it just feels like from the outside looking in, there's a lot of Jesus in that town.
Well, now I'm going to get a call from my dad, and he's going to want me to move down there, or he's going to fake a cancer treatment or
No,
something.
your mom
So
and I have been talking about it.
Jake, I had a stroke.
You know that never mind. I don't know. I saw a doppelganger of your mom the other day and sent it to you.
That's
Did you
great.
send that to your mom?
No, I didn't. I
Okay, well
should,
now
though.
she's gonna listen. She's gonna say, "What do I look like at McLean's?" I texted you and Caitlin. I said, "Crazy that your mom came to Kansas City and didn't tell me."
It did look a lot like my mom, but yeah, it's funny. Grant, thank you for being our Springfield correspondent. I very much look forward to the next month's update. And I knew about that off-brand Topgolf because someone from high school that I never talked to back then, I never talked to now,
Uh-huh.
hit me up and like, hey, I'm working with whatever it is, big shots or whatever.
Mhm.
Wanted to get you and Trey maybe involved. And so I was like, okay, yeah, like potentially like what would your guys' budget be? And like, I don't know, $400 or $500.
And you're like, "Well, I don't know for sure what Trey charges, but
I'll text them.
yeah." Let's just say I'm able to give out $500 for a YouTube premiere, so Trey's doing all right. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, just like
It was nice of them to reach out.
Sure.
Yeah.
What I mean, I'm totally fine with an off-brand Topgolf. What's so much better about Topgolf?
There's one up north.
Yeah,
Have
two
you been?
shots.
Yeah, it's called Tee Shots. I haven't been. I've just heard a lot from folks that they're like the tracking. So Topgolf uses sensors in the balls, whereas Tee Shots uses like a sensor where in the station. So it's a lot more inaccurate as far as like what the ball is doing.
How does it do that? Understand the sensor in the station? I don't understand.
It's like there's a thing called a TrackMan in golf where basically you hit the ball and it tells you the spin and carry distance and all that stuff. I don't think Tee Shots uses TrackMans because they're like $30,000 each, but they use some form of ball
some sort
tracking.
of like launch monitor.
Yeah,
to
launch
try and kind of
yeah.
estimate what's
That's
happening.
the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Launch monitor.
Gotcha.
I'm a big golf guy, big dimple head,
Yeah.
so that's why I knew that.
Mhm. You have always been a big D head. That's what I've always said that about you.
But yeah, I would like to go to Top Golf. I almost said Top Gun. Top Golf competitors because things could be better. All I know is Top Golf.
Yeah.
All I know is mac and cheese bites and romance. What if there's more?
What do you need more? than
Honestly, that sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah, there is a reason all you know is Top Golf
they're
because
pretty good.
everybody else cannot compete. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait a while. So jean shorts used to meet on Wednesdays, and now we meet on Tuesdays. I'm gonna wait a while, but I might request for Trey to move it back to Wednesday so I can go play some Top Golf. on
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
I was just gonna say
I
we
miss
need to
those days.
resurrect Tuesday
Yeah.
mornings at Top Golf.
Mm.
I miss those days.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Girls Gone Mild, changing everything for us.
I might. Nope. Never mind the thought I was going to have.
Okay.
Next voice memo. Thank you, Grant.
Hey, Jake and Brad. My name is Hannah.
Hey,
I
Hannah.
am from Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh,
Love the pod. Been listening for a long time. Hearing you guys talk about camp a lot lately has been making me feel really nostalgic for my time at camp. I grew up going to camp. I worked at one. And I actually just got back from being a guest speaker at the camp I grew up going to, which was a cool experience.
Ew.
But my question for you is, what is the most bizarre camp experience you have ever had? Because we know a lot of weird things happen at summer camps. For me, it was one summer when I was a camp counselor, and I had a girl who was about 9 years old in my cabin who took a dump on the front porch. She decided, just right
Dump's
out
a
in
great
plain
word.
view, to go and poop on the front of the cabin. And then she
Oh.
proceeded to blame it on a bear. She said she saw a bear run out of the woods, poop on the porch, and then run back in the woods. Anyways, love the pod. Keep up the great work. Bye.
No, guys, I swear there was a grizzly.
There was a grizzly.
There was a grizzly, and he took a massive dump.
The way that Hannah delivered the word dump was amazing. And this girl went out and took a dump.
I couldn't hear hardly anything. I just heard dump.
Drop some dumpage.
That is great. I feel like we've been we've been asked to tell camp stories many a time. I'm sure we have more that we haven't talked about.
That's the thing, is I have a hard time remembering specific ones that I'm sure, like, if someone like, sparked some like one memory, it would trigger back like 8 stories for me. You know what I mean?
I can't remember which ones I have and haven't told on the podcast, so I'll just briefly say a few.
Okay.
And then, if you heard it, great. If you didn't hear it, well, there's a teaser.
Okay.
The second time I ever got electrocuted, touched the microphone that was wet.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Was that the video Aaron sent?
Oh yeah.
I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on in that.
Do you want to tell us more?
Yeah, we did a party. This is one of my first times hanging out with Gunnar. Gunnar would come over to this party. He didn't work in my camp, but he had heard word had gotten around the camps, and you got to go to K West pool party.
Yeah.
And so Gunnar would come. We would also have, in addition to Gunnar, we would have the local fire department come, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So we'd have them come by, and they have this kind of hose and this apparatus where they can take water from something and put it somewhere else. But we'd block off a part of the pool, so they would pull water out of P-U-L-L, pull water out of the P-O-O-L.
Okay.
And then just spray it back into the pool, but out of the hose. So it was awesome. So it was just spraying everywhere. It was a really fun party. The kids went nuts. No one got sucked up because we were worried about it. Kind of,
was it that big of
Augustus Gloom style?
apparatus?
It was massive. Yeah, we really had to block out a large portion of the pool.
Really?
Because it was sucking. But
don't want any Oompa Loompas.
Augustus.
But yeah, anyway, I was like back on the far. Yeah, everything would get wet, but it was one of those things like, I've touched, how many times has it been wet? And I've touched it. What am I so worried about? Put your thumb on the CD.
Yeah,
it's
no
fine.
problem. Yeah.
And I was standing on the diving board. The microphone was like, plugged in, and it was there. And yeah, it was a little wet, but I didn't think much of it. And I grabbed it, and right away, my fingers like wrapped around it. And it wasn't necessarily a ton of pain, but I just knew something was like wrong.
Like you were like being coerced to do something with your body that you were not controlling.
I was not in control.
Yeah.
And so my fingers wrap around this thing. And then my right arm just kind of starts shaking, almost like I was about to go pitch. Like I was warming up, like, hey, Jake, start warming up in the bullpen. All right. Like warmed up. And so it was like that. It was like, pitcher just kind of loosening up their arm. So it wasn't a ton of pain. I think it must have been pretty low voltage going through our microphone or whatever.
Yeah.
But I couldn't let go. And I remember like telling Paige Walker, I was like, Paige, I can't let go. I'm being electrocuted. She was like, what do you need? I was like, I don't know. And so I just tried to like use my left hand to kind of like just smack it off of me, like get my shoe involved or
It
something.
took that long? Like it was like,
yeah,
you were stuck.
I mean, maybe just like 5-6 seconds or something. But yeah,
long
I was
enough to have a conversation about
Paige,
it.
Look. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
what do you think it was? It was the water.
Just
obviously.
the water that got in the cord or something. I don't know how that all works.
So you were
but
holding the microphone itself, like the
yeah, like the plastic part or I guess the metal
part.
Yeah, the metal part.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. That was a fun camp memory. And yeah, our friend Aaron, who you guys went to high school with, has a video of that night.
Like right beforehand.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I have some bizarre stories, but they're usually like just kids getting injured in kind of sad ways. So I don't want to tell those.
Getting shot in the face.
No. Really was one that was like this girl didn't let go of the trapeze and came back the other way, and then like let go as she was coming back.
Trapeze sounds dangerous. We didn't have the trapeze.
You didn't?
No.
It probably is very dangerous, but it was also like the best thing ever. Like it was. So
I bet you get
fun.
you have to. That is a belly flop incubator,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
You gotta just get so many kids
yeah.
who hang on too late, too early, and just smack the water.
Well, especially like 7 to 11-year-old kids. There's some chubby kids that just don't have any upper body strength, and so they're going down. And like you're supposed to go down, and it's supposed to swing up, and then as you're swinging up, you're supposed to let go at the apex and the top.
Yeah, fun.
And so many of them just like went down and couldn't hold on when it started going back up, and just let go and just flopped.
Smack the water.
I mean, they were kind of almost in like the shallow end. Almost, anyway, it was awesome. It was probably like 25 feet up in the air. It's
cool.
It's really fun. Anyway, that's not the story I'm going to tell. Have I told the abominable snowman at party story?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to paint the picture super, super well. It was my first summer, so I was still, like, I'll do anything for anybody. And, I tried to do that throughout the time I was there. But
Throughout your marriage.
specifically that first summer, I was like, okay, we had this around the world party. And so it was one of those parties that had, 15, 20 different stations.
Like different countries.
Yeah,
different
so each
themes,
station was a different country. Actually, it was really funny. The USA and France were next to each other, but then and they just like bickered the whole time, which is pretty funny. But then Mexico was kind of like around the corner, and our cook, her name's Hortensia. She's amazing. I know her daughter listens to the podcast, so shout out.
No way.
Yeah, Hortensia is the best. She's so fun. But she volunteered. She always wanted to get involved in anything. She was like, I want to be in the Mexico station. And so there was like Mexico, and then there was like these like bushes. And she literally the whole night, she was just in character the whole time, like going through the bushes of Mexico, like, I'm trying to get to America. And it was so funny. She's like, I'm trying to get in.
That's amazing.
That
sounds so fun. Honestly, what it sounds like is a GeoGuessr themed party. I would love it.
It was awesome. So anyway, there was I don't even know what, Scandinavia, whatever, where like there was a station up in the gym, like the main big area that was supposed to be like, you're supposed to be able to fight the abominable snowman.
Fight him.
And of course, the the guys putting on the party were like, I think Brad should be the abominable snowman.
Brad.
And so it's already, it's, mid-July, which, 95 degrees, even at 9 p.m. when this
feels
party's going
like
on.
a bad night to put on a snowman costume.
And this thing was like just the hairiest, like imagine like a big hairy like Yeti suit. That's what it was. And it was head to toe. And I had this like weird mask thing on. I don't even know what was going on. But the idea was like, this princess is like, I need you to help me take down the abominable snowman and then rescue me. And then they were supposed to let one kid in at a time. They called them war balls. This camp's, way of saying dodgeballs. There's like, 5 war balls. They're supposed to take one of the war balls, hit me, and then run to the princess.
Nice.
Somehow it turned into just a free for all of as many kids that wanted to be in there as possible. And they literally abused me for an hour and a half.
Just get him in a
pelting
chokehold.
you with balls.
Genuinely
kick him in the crotch and then go save the princess.
I bet I got racked at least 5 times. By the end of the night, both my contacts were out of my eyes. Like I couldn't see, but the kids were laughing and like literally punching me in the face.
Did you not have a mask on?
I had this foam mask kind of thing. I don't even know. Like they definitely had like a Yeti kind of suit that I found, but it was just like, it's like your responsibility to find the costume. It's not there. They don't really provide it. And so I don't know what kind of mask I had on. I actually have a picture I can find sometime, but but the best thing, I'm getting absolutely obliterated in this party. And the best thing is that, the 2 programs guys, I don't even remember what the theme or how they were incorporated. Maybe they were like Mexican luchadors or something. But whatever. This guy was supposed to be a Mexican kind of character. And he comes up to me at the station, like in the pitch black of this gym, like getting beat to death, like literally in the fetal position, and stays in character, like doesn't even break character. He just goes, I am so sorry. This is not how it was supposed to go. And then just runs away. And I loved it. I respect him to this day, like for not like being like, dude, I'm really sorry about this. Like we will not do it this way again. Like,
I am so sorry.
But he remembers that to this day of like, yeah, I remember I just threw Brad to the dogs.
And you were still a counselor at that time?
Yeah, it was my first year.
So like 20 minutes later, now you got to lead a Devo.
Yeah, I'm like gingerly walking back to my cabin. Like, so anyway, guys, what do you think water represents in the skit? I don't know. So anyway, that was I don't know how bizarre that was. Hannah, was that her name? Asking that, but
yes, hand dog.
Yeah, I think that's just a fun. I think something you said. Oh, I guess like the electrocuted. Like, obviously you didn't see that coming. I didn't see this coming either.
Yeah.
So. Anyway.
Let's do one last voice memo. This one is from someone named Claire. I think it's a girl.
I was just listening to the episode where, Brad, you were talking about how in like middle school basketball, there was this certain urgency with which you would call plays. And that just made me laugh so hard because I've never heard anyone make that observation, but that is absolutely true. When you were like, stack, and you slapped the ball. And it reminded me of one of my favorite stories from when I played basketball. I was a part of like a not very good, like very small Christian school basketball team, but we had this one girl who played on our team for several years. And then 2 weeks before the season started, she quit our team and joined our rival team. And so the first game of the season was against her. And we were, of course, all really pissed. And she had named a play Pink. And we asked our coach if we could name it Traitor. So we came up to the court yelling Traitor because our coach let us.
That's amazing.
And anyways, it was awesome.
The Christian
and
school.
I'll never forget it. Anyways, thanks for the pod.
Yeah, can we name it Judas? Yeah, go ahead.
Judas!
Judas!
Start!
Benedict!
That's amazing.
That's such a funny
Traitor!
No,
And
you're at the bottom for traitor.
every single time that girl gets picked. Like you set up 4 people to screen on her.
They screen her.
Yeah. Everyone just swarms to her. Oh, that's so
I was
funny.
not expecting her to say traitor. That was a fun ending to that story.
It is so funny though. Like whenever you were the inbounder, like you thought that the harder you slap that ball, the faster they'd move.
Yeah.
Like, okay, start. You get the ball. Boom!
Your goal is to try and
You're
pop
trying to
the ball.
squeeze that baby in half. Yeah.
Why did we even? I'm just laughing out. Why do we even have to hit the ball? Just
like,
go,
go.
Go.
whatever.
Okay, ready, go.
Just go on a silent count. Just move whenever it's. Yeah, I don't know.
No, but if you say go, they're gonna know when you're gonna go. You know, so it's like you
When
have
you use
to
the ball, that's like, oh, I
They
didn't know
won't
what.
see your hand moving at all.
boom. Like it was like
Stack.
like a seagull like going off in the distance. Yeah.
What other play names do you remember? What else do you have to call out?
Oh, I don't know. Do you remember any of them? I mean,
I think we had one called Square.
Square's good.
An inbound.
We had box, square.
Trapezoid.
Yeah, rhombus. We did rhombus. a few
Rhombus!
times. Rhombus! No, guys, you guys are running equilateral. Yeah, isosceles.
It's
Whatever.
not a parallelogram.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? Pentagon all over your leg. No, I don't remember any. I mean, you played basketball deeper than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we deeper. I
You
got
were deeper
deep.
cut.
I got deep.
Yeah.
We had a play called KU. You're welcome.
Oh heck yeah.
It's
Was it
probably
the
a play
winning
that KU used to run. I don't know.
Yeah. Just this week, just this night. I was about to say this week. This
No.
night, right before I came here, I was, doing bath time with the children.
Fun.
And, Catherine's like, okay, we need to calm down a little bit. And literally 2 minutes later, I was going, rock! And they would go, chalk! J! Rock! Go! Okay. Anyway, so I do
Brad-
appreciate that.
Brad and I had plays we ran together in my driveway.
Dude, that's what we need to talk about,
Yes.
actually. The only one I can remember is Kasumi.
Kasumi.
So we used to play a game called
Kasumi!
Kasumi! We played a game called Dead or Alive on the Xbox. Dead or Alive 3, I think is technically the one. It was like a Street Fighter type game.
Cool.
Yep.
And there was a girl named Kasumi. All the players were way over compensated, we'll say,
Okay.
for the kids. And
What do you mean?
Like
You
they
figure
were
it
paid more than their like peers.
no,
Oh,
they were
It's
in
like
proper fractions, if you will.
like
Okay.
a,
Yes,
like a
yes,
wage
yes.
gap.
They had 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom.
Okay.
Anyway, Kasumi was known for kicking. She was
Yeah.
really good at kicking.
Powerful
So
legs.
anytime we said Kasumi, it meant kick the ball out. Hey, come on, Kasumi.
Oh, kick
Yeah.
it.
So it's like drive
Yeah,
and then
kick
kick
it.
it to the corner.
Like you
Kasumi.
could be going up for a layup wide open, and if Brad yelled Kasumi,
pass it
that
to
It
ball
means-
is
it means
going.
That's a 3-pointer. We got a 3-pointer
kicking
going
it out
now.
for 3.
Kasumi.
That's the only one I can remember. Can you remember?
Maryland was another one.
Oh, that's the alley oop.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
they were known for just like not lobbing alley oops,
Yes.
like
It
zipping
was like
alley
a
oops.
fast. Like remember Juan Dixon back
like
in
a
the day?
shoot set.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we would just chuck it nearby the hoop and hope somebody could.
Maryland. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if there's any other. Those are the 2 that I remember for sure, though.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Brad and I would play against invisible defenders.
Oh
and
yeah.
execute
Did you
our
do that
plays
back in
to
the day?
perfection.
I didn't have like friends or brothers, so it was just me.
Yeah.
But I played so much imaginary basketball.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And if you like miss it, it's like, oh, he got fouled.
Oh
They're
yeah.
putting more time on the clock.
Yeah. I played a ton of imaginary basketball.
Did you play with like
Good
I always
memories.
played as like the crappy players on the team? Did you ever do that? Like I had
This is like Dwight's fantasy.
Yeah.
Wait, I haven't told you my salary yet. $60,000.
$1,000. No, I had like a poster of like all the KU players, and I always played as like the walk-ons. I was like, whoa, Chris Zerbe's coming in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, he lights it up from 3.
I think my fantasies were like I'm playing imaginary basketball at 6th grade, in my fantasy as a 9th grader, I had made varsity and I got to play with the people
Yes.
3 years older than me. So it's like
Yes.
I was throwing alley oops to Tyler
Love it.
Gooden.
Love it.
Mm.
Those were, you know,
TG.
yeah, that was like, oh, that would be awesome.
And it was.
And then I was a freshman. I was 4'6". I was like, whoa, we have to readjust the fantasy for a bit.
Size 3 shoe.
Hey, that's all right.
We've been running some plays in sand volleyball. I feel like Rachel is like a Mr. Miyagi, like just
Yeah.
like releasing very little information week by week. And she's like, okay, you've earned
Yes.
to know that this exists now.
Right.
It's like, oh, you can do this. And she's like, yes, you can, you know? And so, yeah, she's been teaching us plays as we get better.
What
They're
is
really
like,
fun.
I watched, maybe because we talk about it on the podcast every once in a while, but Instagram is feeding me volleyball videos.
Dude,
every
me
once in a while
too.
now.
Yeah, they know that I'm into it now.
And they're like, they show me like, there's those little like nets, basically almost like basketball net looking things that you can practice on. You know what I'm talking about?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Where they like try to like set it back to that like little corner. And that's like the strategy. I don't even know that much about volleyball.
It's probably just like, you know, it's giving you a target to aim your sets for, I think.
So is that what do you guys always try to go to those corners when you set it up?
Depends what Rachel calls.
Okay.
It's just fun. I think from what I've learned in volleyball, we'll call a play and it's like, okay, if we get a good pass, so it's kind of on me. It's like, if Jake can do his freaking job,
Yeah.
then we will do this play.
Okay.
And so sometimes the play is like, Isaac is going to sprint to the net and he's going to jump before Rachel even gets the ball. And then she's going to like quickly set it up to
Ooh,
him.
she's gonna Maryland it.
She's going to Maryland
That's
it.
a
That's
you
That's
should
a Maryland.
start calling it Maryland.
Textbook Maryland.
And
Yeah.
then before like the other team could even get a block up, I mean, Isaac has like already spiked it down. When that one
That's
works, it is so cool. And then once they catch on to that, then we have another play. Rachel said they used to call it like Diablo or something.
Yeah.
You know, of course, everyone comes with the story. She's like, you know, not even Piper could do this one. Like, whoa,
Oh.
Piper had trouble with this one.
That's when you know
Let's
it's
see if Luke can handle it.
Yeah.
And then that'd be like where we fake it to Luke or fake it to Isaac, but then Luke comes behind and like swings around. It's like pretty cool.
I
just
love
get to sit back
watching-
and watch.
Yeah, when they like do the fake spike and then the other person comes in behind them.
Yeah.
I think from now on they should not tell me. I want to be more of a spectator. Don't let me know what you're doing.
Because all you have to do is pass.
Oh, I just get it to Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun.
That's awesome.
It's getting better and better each week.
How
I'll
many
have to come
times
back out and watch.
Please.
How many
please.
times per week do you get a spike it?
Last week was my first time ever because I mean, truly, I
Like
should
JJ
do my
Redick
job.
getting to dunk every once in a while.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation gets to run a touchdown in. It's like
Right.
just let them have it.
yeah. The fullback should get a touchdown every once in a while.
Last week, I think I talked about how weird that volleyball game was, and this team
With the guy with the
was terrible.
sunglasses.
And so to try and mix it up towards the end, we were like, all right, Luke and Isaac, you guys are in the back row. Time to, let's get better. Let's, get better at our weaknesses. And I'll go to the front. And Isaac, it was like one of the last points of the game. I think the net might have been lower. I don't think I just suddenly just rose up.
No, you were feeling good.
But Isaac passed it to Rachel. She said it perfectly, supple, like always.
Mhm.
And I really spiked it down. And I like impressed myself even. I was like, that was fun. Like, should we do that more? And they're like, nah. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I spiked it once last week.
Yeah.
And I think this week we were up by a lot towards the end. So I spiked another one.
Let's go, dude. 2 weeks in a row, you're dominating.
I mean, you
Your
should see
team is
Isaac. You
dominating,
should
is
see
what I'm
Isaac.
saying. Like, you guys are winning. You guys are winning
Yeah,
right?
no, we are doing well. It is so fun. But anyway,
great.
you want to do some reviews of the week?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have an Instagram message of the week, actually.
How about that?
You think LAPES? LAPES. You think that's Lapis? Lapes? Lopez?
Los Angeles
Lopez?
Police.
Oh, this is a person's last name. How do you pronounce it? Los Angeles Police.
What's their first name?
Olivia.
Lopez.
Okay.
Lapes.
Lapes.
We'll go
Bathe
back.
in lapes.
Lapez. We'll say Lapez. Olivia Lapez. I just think this is just what's the word?
Neat.
Snowballing, whatever. Adding on-
Abominable
adding-
snowman.
Yeah, abominable snowballing.
Adding on to the story of last week with Tremaine and camp and all that stuff. I hope you guys see this. She says, I hope you guys see this because this is so crazy. I met Tremaine a few weeks ago because he was driving up to camp with one of my really good friends at Baylor. I had no idea that he listens to the pod until Brad mentioned it on this week's episode, which is cool in and of
I
itself.
was gonna say that's already cool.
Yeah. But now that I'm putting all this together, my friend mentioned that 3 kids came to know Jesus at camp this week in their cabin.
Whoa.
Some might say an
Tremaine.
on your feet moment. Your pod is impacting the kingdom. So thankful for you guys. I mean, it's just like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Get Tremaine on the pod.
Praise God that, somehow he's choosing to use this to his glory,
It just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And then like 30 years from now, Olivia is gonna be like, hey, you know those 3 kids?
Uh-huh.
You know that cancer your dad faked having?
Yeah.
Well, it's cured anyway. It all connects.
The starting 3 for the Golden State Warriors. 3 of them were those kids.
That one doesn't have as much eternal impact, but still pretty cool.
Well,
Still
but those
pretty-
kids,
The
those
Warrior
kids see that.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
The warriors. Yeah.
No,
A lot of
you're
warriors in the Bible. So
right. Anyway,
that
that's
is really cool.
just so cool. And I was like, that's amazing. So thanks, Olivia.
I have a
Send it
review from where you send in reviews on Apple Podcasts. It's from me, Cameron. Me, like M-I-I. So I guess me
Yeah.
Cameron. I was at work listening with my headphones in. One of my coworkers turned on the speaker we use in the shop. Where do you think this person works? Flower shop.
No, a printing store.
Mm,
Like
the-
Kinko's, but
Kinko's.
like a local one. Sir Speedy.
just like
Sir-
My mom used to work at Sir
Yeah.
Speedy growing
I
up.
used to have a hat.
Yes, that's right.
One of my coworkers turned on the speaker we use in the shop. I forgot that my phone was hooked up earlier that day, so it auto-connected back to my phone on full volume. What
That's
everyone
dangerous,
hears
dude.
is the hottest guy here is now strip teasing for his sister-in-law. I fell on the floor laughing because that is the first introduction that many people will have of you all. I can't recommend this podcast enough to anyone, and I'm hoping Scott becomes a full-time host or never,
It's their podcast.
ever, no, I'm just kidding, or at least continues to sit in the background laughing. He fits in so naturally with the humor.
Or at least
Oh.
beefs up the pod or the website. If anything else.
So yeah, it's
Appreciate
so
that.
cool that on a weekly basis, we have an array of nice things that people say about us to choose from.
Yeah.
That's cool. What if
Yeah.
that went away? That would be kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get used to it at the same time, though. That's really cool. So
Totally.
thanks for all the nice things you say about us publicly or even private in the Facebook group. I mean, it just every week, it just keeps getting better. The videos, the memes. Also, just randomly, the amount of posts in the past 10 days of like, what was that episode where Jake was talking about? And it's like something like, man, I don't remember saying
Yes,
this.
that's-
I guess I did, though.
I almost commented like, that you've been talking, for 2 hours every week on a podcast too long when you don't even remotely remember the conversation they're talking about.
Yeah, I think there were 4 requests this week for like, anyone know when Jake said this? And like,
Like
Two
you were
of them I
giving a
remember.
motivation about people going to the bathroom or something.
that is one. Yeah.
That was when I was like, I don't remember. Like, and every once in a while I have doubts of like, that was probably correct opinions because I don't remember that at all.
Uh-huh.
And then people are like, no, it's episode 24.
Just listened to that one yesterday.
Yeah.
That keeps coming up. So yeah, it's so fun. Facebook group's great. A lot of people posting what their weather apps say. It feels like good stuff.
What's funny is I started listening to the podcast a year late, and I don't know why I expected you guys. I would text you guys stuff,
Right.
and I don't know why
Oh.
I expected you to like remember something you said literally 30 weeks ago.
Especially when you say it so out of context.
I
To
forgot
be like,
about
that.
oh, dude, that bus.
well, and what's funny is like we'll record and I'll get home that night or even the next day, and someone will be like, "How's the podcast?" Good. What'd you guys talk about?
Oh,
I don't
dude.
even remember.
Catherine always is like, how's Jake doing? I'm like, he's good. Okay, what'd you guys talk about?
I don't know.
I don't.
It's like literally just a couple of hours
Volleyball
ago, and I was
plays and-
texting you guys about months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So thank you for all your reviews and your Instagram DMs and your Patreon support and your Ghostrunners.life support and Facebook and everything else. It's so fun. I love the community that we have. So
Can I also say thank you for something?
You may say thank you.
Okay.
we've always said that we're going to be the podcast that always allows people to say thank you.
You're allowed to say thank you on this podcast.
My
Okay.
podcast, but you can say thank you on it.
I would like to thank the Ghostrunner community for bumping up my pickleball channel.
Which pickleball channel is that?
What's
Scott Peckleball.
Mm.
It's
okay.
officially been changed.
I love that because like if you don't know who you are, like that's not going to make sense at all.
Yeah, somebody might actually think that's my real last name.
like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. But I think Sunday night I had 14 subscribers, and as of right now, I have a whole 76.
Let's go, baby.
I like that Scott made sure to refresh it right now.
Yeah.
He's like,
never
well,
knows.
they're coming in pretty
You
quick.
never know.
Let me before I just say 76. Let me refresh it.
Let's get our
No,
boy to
but-
triple digits real quick.
But truly, guys, like this has been a blast this week. Like I will get notifications like so and so subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'm like, this is so cool. All my
fun.
videos have had spikes in watching, and I'm like, this is so sweet.
That's awesome.
So for those of you that have subscribed or watched, I really appreciate it. It's super fun.
yeah, man.
I mean, I don't expect this really to go nuts, but
Go,
for it to grow is
Game
exciting.
Busters.
Yeah.
Ghosties, do what you do.
Yeah. Do what you do.
I did not like that.
No? Ghosties, ghost up.
It was like a Ty Pennington.
Yeah, it was
that
very
Ghost
like,
Bus.
it was very like I was thinking more of like a kids cartoon show, like Paw Patrol is what I was thinking.
Okay.
Ghosties, do what you do.
Roll out.
Yeah.
Also, can we
Ghost out.
open it up to the Ghostrunner community to suggest what my profile picture should be on my YouTube channel?
Git's got a profile picture right now. It's a purple P that
Purple S.
Google makes for you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I knew it was purple.
So I was thinking about that today. I need to do a profile picture. So give me some ideas, please. Ghostrunner community.
I'd go goofy route if I were you.
Yeah.
I'd go goofy route. I would have like two pickleball paddles, like looking like, what am I supposed to do with these things?
Sure.
What do you think of that?
Like a Gordon Ramsay idiot sandwich.
Yeah. Make your face in between them. I like that.
Or like
I'd go less
Jack
is more.
Nicholson in The Shining. You know,
I'd
when he's
go-
sticking his head through the door.
What do you think?
I'd go just a pickleball paddle with a P in it.
That's not bad. But what about the goofy route?
I could design a logo on Canva, maybe.
Canva Pro, baby.
No, just
Brad, you want to end this episode with a jingle?
Let's do it, baby. This one's written by Europe Bailey Doan and Derek DeCilio. They are on a roll, and it is based upon Jake's tour, which is really fun. It's kind of fun to do this one as Jake is kind of culminating this whole thing with the YouTube special. If you haven't watched it yet, run, don't walk.
Do what
to your computer. Ghosties, do what you do in those comment sections.
Thanks in advance for what you guys have probably done and said on the special. It's weird recording it right in between it happening. but thanks in advance.
I know. I wish we could have somehow recorded this after the special happened, because then we could have really reflected. Well, obviously we'll reflect next week, but
next week
it won't be as fresh. But anyway, this song is about that. It's also to my favorite. The jingle itself might be my favorite song of all time. So that's all I'm gonna say. I really love this song. So it makes me really give thumbs up.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
2, 3.
Hey.
How did that not break?
Brad, I'd lose some weight if you're going to use that chair.
That chair is
Remember that?
Oh,
Brad, how much you weigh? How much that chair? Oh, man.
strong ending.
You ever watch, this is kind of a tangent, I guess. You ever seen Coldplay live? Like any videos of them?
No.
Like Chris Martin, the lead singer, when he plays piano, he's just like,
he does some weird
like
stuff.
he's like really into the piano. Like,
yeah.
dum, 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 dum.
I have to tell Alan.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Anyway, thank you, Europe. Go check out Jake's YouTube special on Gene Shorts Comedy.
Gene Shorts. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You all right?
Yeah. Europe texted us, DM'd us 11 minutes ago. Also, Brad, you're dancing to Tarzan Boy's next freaking level.
Oh, well, just wait what you did in the last, the last 20 seconds.
If every singer was more like you, I'd go to way more concerts. LOL.
Whoa.
Wait till you see the shock absorbers on this chair.
You ready? One more coming. Ready? Just one, though. I'm not gonna build
This
it
is
up.
going to
or
be the straw that breaks the camel's back right here.
I'll give you $5 anytime you want me to do that again. You just let me know.
You'll give Scott $5?
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry. You give me $5 anytime, and I'll perform that.
That was almost straight for Scott.
Should have cashed that in real quick.
Thank you guys for listening. I can't wait to make GeoGuessr content for Patreon. I mean, just the views. People will be so tuned into that. That's going to be fun. Yeah, thank you guys. Hope you have a good week doing what you do out there.
Yeah. Be positive.
See you in the Facebook group.
Yep. Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody